Good morning, dear students. This is grade 4th, chapter 13, How Our Country is Run. Children, India is a democratic country. Democracy is a country where the people of the country elect their leaders and these leaders form the government. As you know, our country is run by central government, so that government is called union government. And each state of the country has its own government also, that is called as state government. Now, what are elections? Elections are done to choose the leaders. In elections, we choose leaders and then they form the central government. The elections take place after every 5 years. And these elections are called general elections. Any Indian who is above 18 years age has the power to vote, and the government issues voter ID cards to those voters. On the day of election, the voters go to voting booths to cast their votes. There are voting machines, electronic voting machines available at voting booths through which voting is done. All a voter has to do is only to press the button next to the name of the leader, and this way the voting is done. The country is divided into many constituencies for the elections. The voters of each constituency elect one leader to represent them in the parliament. And then that leader becomes a member of parliament, and the member of parliament is the representative of the people of his or her constituency. Next topic is the parliament. You can see in the picture, the first picture is showing parliament, which is located in New Delhi. One of the jobs of a government is to make law or rules. In our country, laws are made in parliament. Apart from this, the members of our parliament meet and they discuss the problems of the people and find out the solutions of those problems. Then comes the Union Council of Ministers. What do you mean by Union Council of Ministers? A part of the government is to make sure that the different government offices work properly and they are carrying out their decisions formed by the government. The Prime Minister and his Council of Ministers take care of all such matters. The leaders elected to the parliament belong to different parties. A party is an organization which believes that the country should be governed in a proper way. And the leader of the party, which has more than half the number of MPs in the parliament, that leader becomes the Prime Minister of the country. And then that Prime Minister, that person chooses other ministers from the members of parliament. And this way they form the Union Council of Ministers. They have their offices in the Central Secretariat in New Delhi. Let us read about the President. Our Constitution says that the head of the government will be President, but that President will be an elected President, not a king. And such a government is called Republic. In India, 26 January is celebrated as the Republic Day. The Rashtrapati Bhavan is the home and office of the President. The President doesn't take part in the discussions in Parliament, nor does he look after the details of governing the country. Still, he has an important part to play in the making of laws. No new law can be made without the president's signature. The president is elected for 5 years by the members of parliament and the state assemblies. Each state has its own assembly, and the job of the assembly is to make laws, similarly as parliament does for the country. State assemblies. The people of each state elect the members of their state assembly during state elections. The leader of the party which has more than half the number of members in the state assembly becomes the chief minister. This is the same process as it was followed during the prime minister's election. And then the chief minister chooses other ministers from the members of the assembly, and together it becomes the council of ministers of the state. And this is how all these people, chief minister and other ministers, run the state. I hope the chapter is clear to you. Thank you, children.